today?
Yeah, I mean that's hard to really know. We're trying to put a lot of pressure on them. We're trying to make sure they understand exactly what we expect out of them. So sometimes, we're not real happy with what's going on out there, but some of that is just we want to put as much pressure as we can on the quarterback so they understand, that they're expected to do everything right. Thought they made some good throws. I think our timing's still not where we need it to be, and our decision making needs to improve, and that would be with all three of them.
You've had success with big physical running backs in the past. Does Smith remind you of any of those?
I mean, he is a big physical guy. I think he'll be really good for us, a change of pace. Unfortunately, LJ tweaked his hamstring a little bit, so we didn't get him as many touches as we wanted to see him carry the ball. And we understand what Brandon can do and the quickness and his ability to break tackles. But to see Jeremy in there, hitting the holes, that's what I like, is he's pretty patient. He's got good vision, so he hits the holes, and then he's big enough to make guys miss. So I think our goal going in to get him enough touches was something that I was happy to see him run the ball that way.
You said you've seen some improvement from offensive line?
Yeah, they're starting to come along. We're still mixing a lot of guys in there, and we don't have as many numbers as we need. So they've been a real tough crew. They've taken a lot of reps. So I'm proud of how hard they play with as many reps as they take.
What have you seen from guys like Sabea and Kelby Johnson this spring? I mean, obviously guys who've been in the program. Have you seen them elevate their level of play?
Yeah, definitely. I think going in, they understand they're going against a very experienced, tough defensive front. But we started to get better. We started to have some success. They understand that if they utilize their technique and come off the ball, that they can block guys like that. So I think that's the one thing that I've seen from them is their confidence go up and their understanding of what it is they're supposed to do. We still need to get a lot better with our technique, but they've showed improvement, and that's what we need to do the next 2 weeks is really improve there.
The secondary you've seen in Culver and Washington made a couple of plays.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good battle back and forth because they want to get up there and get after the receivers, and they've made some plays, but also the receivers made plays down the field. So that's another area going into the scrimmage I really want to do is put as much pressure as we can on those corners. That's why we took so many shots down the field. And, again, we have to improve on our technique there and playing the ball in the air, being a little smarter at times with understanding the situations. And the receivers, competed for the ball, made some plays, but you'd like to see them make about 3 or 4 more.
For a big guy, Tobridge makes plays and he's got good hands. He made a couple nice catches. And your tight ends, obviously you'll use them like you have, but let's talk about him for a second.
I mean, Keith's had a really good off-season. He's stronger, he's leaner, he's faster, he's catching the ball better. So we just got to continue to get him more touches and put him more in the offense. But I've really been impressed with his off-season. It's amazing how much he's changed his body.
How nice is it to add the talent that you did at the wide receiver spot at mid-year?
Well, we needed it, that's for sure. We lost a lot of really good seniors, so and we're making a lot of mistakes out there, but they're getting a lot of reps and they're getting better, and I think they're starting to get a little more understanding of what we expect from them. But we got a long way to go. In the entire passing game, our timing's not where it needs to be.
After 2 weeks, after halfway, almost halfway, right at halfway, you pretty pleased with where you're at this spring and what you've got?
You're never pleased in spring, It's just got to keep pushing forward. I think that's the biggest thing, is just keep pushing forward and getting better and being more precise and, come to the meeting on Monday. We need our players to be their biggest critics of themselves so that they can push themselves to get better.
One more. Mike.
Ferguson, he had a few passes deep today. How does that factor into how you evaluate these 3 guys?
Yeah, I mean, they all have a little bit different skill set. Reggie with his running and Tyler with a little better understanding of the offense and a little better timing on getting the ball out, and Tyler with the big arm. So it's we just got to continue to work all of them and getting better in the scheme of the offense. We've got a lot of time from now till August, and at some point, one of them will separate, and then you start molding the offense around them.
All right.